Well, the COVID-19 lockdown forced a lot of us to do some self-reflecting or pick up 19 new hobbies to avoid that self-reflection.
Right. I think a lot of us fell into that category. 100% guilty of jumping on a few of them myself. But Duquesne professor Dr. Philip Seltzel didn't just pick up a hobby. He wrote a book about it. So we're so happy to have you here, already with a cocktail in hand. So what inspired you to write this book and really get into this in the middle of the pandemic?
It was completely accidental. And that's, I think, that was part of the fun.
Yeah.
We had just moved to online teaching at Duquesne, and one afternoon I felt like having a drink, and I had bourbon at home, tart cranberry juice, and grenadine. And so took a mixing glass with ice, added these ingredients, stirred it, served it up with an orange twist, and I thought, this needs a name, and the first thing I could think of was the social distancer, right? Because we're all doing that.
That's what we were doing, right?
So for the rest of the spring semester 2020, each workday between 5 and 6, I came up with a recipe, and the name always corresponded with how does the pandemic make my life miserable as a college professor, right?
Right.
And so I was having fun. I could connect with colleagues online, and then I just forgot about it over the summer. And in the late summer, as we were moving back to a hybrid semester, which was even more difficult than just online, I put a thread on Twitter just out of a whim and said, hey, new semester, still pandemic, we can all use a drink, or 25. Here are my suggestions. And then I watched with amazement how that thread blew up.
Wow.
And the next morning I had like 300 new followers and so on and so forth. And then 10 days later, an editor with Indiana University Press writes me out of the blue and says, hey, I saw this. I think it's fun. Do you want to do a book with us?
Yes. That's fantastic.
I said, absolutely. And then we said, okay, let's make this about academic life in general. So a book really makes fun of academia, the things that are peculiar about academia, and the cocktail names and the drinking notes are the jokes.
And so you've kind of like woven some of those stories into with each of the recipes, like in between all of them.
That's really fun. You know, I think during that time, we just all needed something to get us out of that headspace. So I'm curious, did you have any former bartending experience or mixed? No?
I was a complete amateur, and I embraced it. So I was not trying to be more creative or more clever than professional bartenders and mixologists. So I just used the base liquor, a combination of fruit juices, because, you know, being in academia is tart, can be tart. So that made sense. I used grenadine occasionally, a simple syrup, just the standard ingredients. So if you have a liquor store and a grocery store, you're going to be able to find everything that you need for this.
I was going to say, most of these are very, very simple. There's not a lot to them. So what did you make here? What's
so this is an important cocktail for us who go to conferences a lot. And there's always that one person who goes way over time with their presentation. So this is the 40-minute conference paper.
Okay.
It's a strong cocktail because you need it. And it's a sidecar where I have replaced cognac with rye. So it's rye, Cointreau, and lemon juice, and the instruction is essentially anytime that person assures you that they're coming to an end, take a sip.
Take a sip.
Okay, so I'll just take a sip.
You're going to whip us up another one. What is this next one called?
The next one, perhaps my favorite chapter is called For the Administrator. So these are cocktails for university bureaucrats. And the one I'm about to make is the Senior Vice President for Unspecified Administrative Excellence.
Okay.
And so what's in this?
So we have some vodka.
So we have an ounce of vodka.
I'm looking through to find
and then also an ounce of Cointreau.
Okay.
Or other triple sec.
And when you said this one is strong, you were telling the truth.
All right, some more Cointreau going into this.
And then you stir it.
Okay.
Mikey, the rest of the hour is going to be great.
It is so much fun.
Every time I say take a sip, okay? And you mix that up, and what else is going into this one?
So this is just the vodka and the Cointreau combination. And then you strain it.
Okay.
And then you top it off, because it's a senior vice president cocktail, so it needs champagne.
So yes,
absolutely.
It needs champagne.
Oh,
and
where is this contraption from? I've never seen anything like that. Keep your champagne.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Yes.
It's Spanish sparkling wine.
That's okay. We'll take it.
Yes.
Professor salary and champagne don't
go
together.
We understand. Same for us.
So.
Okay, so here, this one. You try that one,
I feel
Heather.
like I need to keep up with you, Mikey.
Yeah, keep up.
Cheers.
So do you plan on writing any more books in the future, since this one was such a big hit?
I'm actually working right now on a proposal for another cocktail book that will be structured by academic disciplines. You would have a chapter for the economist, one for the biologist, one for the mathematician, and so on and so forth.
Really fun. Thank you so much for joining us today. Congrats on the book.
Thank you.
It's great.
Good.
Cheers.
Good. Cheers.
I love it.
All right, we have a link to the faculty lounge at kdka.com. /Talk Pittsburgh.
How you doing, Mikey?
I'm great.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Next on the show, Ron's keeping an eye on these temperatures changing this week. It was in the 20s yesterday morning.
Right, yeah.
Now we're into the 70s.
Yep.
We're so glad you're back and bringing the warmth with you.
I know, I am. Mikey's a lightweight, by the way.
Yeah, I feel warm. Should I be feeling warm?
Yes, you should.
Okay.
It's the heat that we're bringing, right?
Okay, that's what it
but
is.
we are also having a little bit of a moment. Also, our pollen levels are up. It's both oak and also we're looking at pine that is really causing some issues. So we're going to talk about your allergy forecast, and if you want to get out in the garden this weekend, what you can expect is coming up.